Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Trogdor, and I'm playing some video games. It is the 2021st year of our Lord and Savior. Well, honestly, I'm not going to say anything like that, but your dates are kind of arbitrary. It's like the 10,000, like the 12,021st year since notable humans. Whatever, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's the new year. It's 2021, and I've been playing a lot of video games. Some 80% of good, hardworking Americans have been playing video games. There have been some good games and some bad games. And that got me thinking, what makes a video game good? Because I'll be honest, gamers, there's some games that I've been having a lot of fun with this year. Most notably Fire Emblem. Like, honestly, oh, did I just see a shiny that I never got? Yeah, wow. Fire Emblem Three Houses is seriously so much fun. I've poured some 200 odd hours into that game. Just because there's so much content in it. I can class any of my units into anything. Like, there are basically 4 stories in the entire game, plus the DLC, which I actually think was worth it. Well, worth it, I say in very heavy air quotes, is a whole other topic of discussion because, there's some video games that are free that are still the most profitable. Some video games that, they charge you all this money for, but it's still, yeah, whatever. So it got me thinking, what makes a video game good? What makes a video game fun? Obviously some people are graphic snobs. And I'm kind of a graphic snob. Not that I play the most, high fidelity games in the most ultra settings with the most realistic shadows. But, I appreciate the work that goes into making good graphics, that makes into getting realistic shadows and good lighting and high quality textures. Yeah, I appreciate the work that goes into that. I mentioned Fire Emblem was probably my Three Houses was probably the best game that I played all year. That thing's got PS2 graphics. Let's be honest. But that's not the purpose of that game. The purpose is the battles, the strategy, the story, the the waifus. And honestly, I got into it mostly for the memes because there's so many Fire Emblem meme lords. So yeah, and honestly, I just consider that all around good fun. It was worth it in my eyes. Well, it just wasn't advertised as Fire Emblem brings these new immersive best graphics. Well, yeah, good luck getting that on the Switch. There are no Switch games getting awards for graphics. Come on. I've got on my desktop, I've got probably mid-range at best GPU from almost 5 years ago now. When was 2016? Yeah, 5 years. 5-year-old GPU, mid-range at best, 10 times the shaders as the Switch. Someone want to tell me that the Switch is worth $300 for coming with a chip that was absolute garbage bin in terms of silicone quality and performance shaders, and they have it's got an SSD, but games still take forever to load. You're gonna tell me that's worth it, but whatever. I could rant forever about Nintendo being way too expensive, but they have a captive market. So what do you expect? Instead, yeah, this is turning into a rant video. Pokemon. I've given, like over 20 years of my life to this franchise. And what do we get? We get Pokemon Sword and Shield. We get half the Pokédex. We get reduced quality in the battles. We get just a very, very bizarre set of features removed from this game. Do you remember Gen 6 when you could first customize your trainer? How amazing of a feature that was? That everybody loved it. The fans, there weren't a lot of options, but finally we could customize our sprite. Which, by the way, look at how fly I am. This is great. I can finally actually wear a blazer in Pokemon. Just let me grow facial hair because I'm not 10 years old. I'm not this skinny. At least let me customize my trainer so I can be realistically swole like this guy. Come on. Whatever. The point is, do you remember then when Oris came out? So I thought Oris was great. Better than 7.5 out of 10. Had too much water. Memes will never die. But do you remember that they decided to remove a certain feature that was in the previous game? Now, I get that it was a remake, and it's let's stay as true to Hoenn as we possibly can by removing all the really cool features that everyone got in-game sent. There's a tendency to remove features that people actually like, that probably doesn't require a whole lot of effort given how much money this game makes. If you think about it, some game studios are so big and they have so much money that they're publicly traded, and Pokemon is one of the biggest game franchises out there. I don't know how much money Pokemon makes. It's a lot. How many of those resources do they give to actual game development? I'm wondering. Okay, but it's not just that. Developers work hard on the game. I am complaining. I'm ranting. That's what I do, is I make angry dragon noises. But just think about how much capital, how many resources available Pokemon has. So I don't have to cross the street to render the Pokemon on the other side. That's some really great view distances right there, but yeah, whatever. For the amount of resources that they have and what they actually produce, it seems kind of I don't know. Maybe if this was a $40 game and it had things like Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra, that's what I would consider worth it. I'm sure there are people who work very hard, so I'm not saying that they did bad work. I'm just saying, for what we, the fans, have put in, some of us for over 20 years again, as fans, we should expect more. It's Trogdor, why are you just shitting all over my favorite game? Hey, it's my favorite game too. And if you're concerned about someone defecating all over you and the things that you like, don't look at me. Look at Nintendo. Look at Game Freak. Look at the people who make the choice to add something like Curry Dex instead of the full National Pokédex. Who add things like, well, okay, this is great. This guy, but decided that Dynamaxing was a good idea. Decided that a 20-minute cap on Wi-Fi battles. We pay money to play online. Let me remind you, we pay money to use Nintendo servers to play online with our friends. And what do we get for that? 20-minute timer. If you actually think that that's anything other than complete bullshit, I will argue with you down in the comments. I will make even angrier dragon noises. We the fans should expect more. I have seen there is backlash on the battle timer, and that's great. We play this game, and we've, voiced our opinions as epic gamers, as the core audience for this game, people who have been putting their entire life, even if you started playing in Gen 4, you've still put a lot of time into this. Shout out to everyone who started in Red and Blue. I'm not being like, Gen 1er. Red and Blue had their problems. Gold and Silver fixed a lot of those problems. Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, not perfect. Steadily improved. I honestly think things start to really fall off the cliff in Gen 5. I remember thinking that some things were weird gimmicks in Gen 4, but at least we mostly got new features. I remember that's when we got the Versus Recorder. Which, why isn't there a Versus Recorder? Can someone please explain to me why I can't save the battles that I do? Please? Instead I have this and like Rotom rallies and I had to pay how much for these things? Oh yeah, I should probably try doing some shiny hunting at some point. I mean, I'm not really into shiny Pokemon. Like, I know that's very like, why? How can you not like shiny Pokemon? I don't know. I don't think it's that special. They made it so easy to get shinies. It's like not 1 in 8,000 anymore. In Gen 6, I was really into like having people hatch my eggs for me, but what was I ranting about? Yeah, we the fans, I'm not telling you what to think. I'm not telling you that you have to have the same opinions as me. In my opinion, this is a bad game. This is a game that was not worth it. The one good thing about Pokemon, the community of battlers, that good thing about this game has been shafted because our online experience, something that, again, we paid for, if you bought this game, plus the DLC, plus the armor pass, plus, that's almost $100 for a game that we play with our friends, but it's like 20-minute timer. Come on. And still no national decks, still like such a closed platform. Like, okay, at least we have Pokemon can follow us now. Like, Regice just hanging out behind me here, that's pretty cool. And it's like, the Pokemon company seems to just make excuses for so many things, when in reality it's just like, oh, we need to save space on our games by having better textures and higher quality animations. You've been using the same 3D models since before X and Y. And I downloaded some of the things, checked them out in Blender. They don't have that much geometry. Like, I know the Switch is a complete potato in terms of like the graphics it can do. but the 3D models like aren't particularly like great in any meaningful way. I don't know what kind of like engine like Pokemon uses. I don't know like what 3D modeling software they use. It's probably all like in-house proprietary. Like people aren't allowed to know how these games are made. Like yeah, Nintendo is such just like a bizarrely closed platform. Like I shit on other companies like Apple for doing the exact same things that Nintendo does. Just insert like a 5-hour rant against Apple, but I'm starting to realize that Nintendo isn't much better. Gotta love this 20 FPS. Though my output is more like well, even if my output is 30 frames, it doesn't exactly match this this source. Well, no, my Elgato does 60, but it's doubling frames from the Switch. Oh, sweet. So yeah, you don't have to have the same opinions of me. I'm just a very opinionated person that I'll go and rant about things. Well, just be glad it's about video games and not anything else. Like, okay? Laughs in illegal opinions. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, we as fans should expect better. And it's kind of a trend in with video games in general. Like, I don't know. I like playing games, but I've been doing for such a long time that it just kind of feels stale. And like us, the gamers, the core audience, the people who make these companies like money because we pay for games. It just seems like we're the ones that get like the short end of the stick. Yeah, so Pokemon, not a particularly good game. At least it's a game that, yeah, I've been playing for so long, and I met so many good friends through this game, through a shared interest of let's play Pokemon and battle. But then when I talk to a lot of people are like, yeah, I don't want to have to deal with this stupid battle timer thing. I get it, guys. I really do. That's another thing. For as large of a franchise as this is, for as much money as Pokemon makes, how is there not like official esports with Pokemon? I've been to like one of those stadiums to watch people play CSGO, which, you know, I don't play CSGO. I'm not going to knock anyone who does. But Pokemon can be like a lot more competitive. Like, you know, the few VGC events that I've been to, they are packed. I'm not going to knock VGC in any way. I respect it. I understand that a lot of time and energy goes into like making VGC teams to understanding the meta. But ask yourself this: when you got your first starter Pokemon, when you got your Nani, what was that? You good? Beep boop? Blurp up? That's absolutely right. Okay. When you got your first Pokemon. Okay, when you got past the first gym leader. When you first defeated Brock, or whoever the first gym was in this game. Were you playing doubles? Were you doing bring 6, choose 4 double battles? Or were we playing 6v6 singles? That's the game format that it's like we've been playing. And singles and doubles, completely different, completely different in terms of like strategy and all that and what makes something good. But 6v6 singles is obviously a much more popular format because it's what we, actually play, since like we get the game and we play 6v6 singles. So that's what a lot more people know. Why is that Obama Snow like going Super Saiyan? Yeah, no, I'm not going to bother with that. So all of it comes to the fans. We're the ones that have to make the game the way we actually want to play it. And it could be like such a popular format that we could fill up entire stadiums, give people like real cash prizes instead of just like a token like $1,000, which may seem a lot to a 12-year-old, but like once you get past the age of I don't know what age. Well, maybe $1,000 is still a lot to some people. I don't know. It just seems like for the amount of energy it would take to learn VGC, would I really want to do the tournament just to win like whatever weird token cash prize they give to the winners? It just seems like there's a lot of potential left on the table. And it's up to the fans to correct most of those. So we're playing this game the way that, we want to play it. Like that's the whole thing. Like Draft League got created because the regular metagame gets like so stale and bizarre because Game Freak can't, like, they don't know what balance is. No, stay away from me. Give me the great ball. Yeah, it's up to us to play this game the way we want to play it. So it should be up to us to, expect more from the devs. I'm not even asking for better graphics. Like I've come to accept my fate whenever I play a game on the Nintendo Switch that we get, foliage that is just flat and very low quality textures and whatever. Ugh. Yeah, I'm done. I don't have it in me to keep this. Yeah, whatever. Oh, nice. So if you made it to the end of my rant, probably less than one of you made it to the end of my rant. Thanks, I guess. I don't know what you were waiting for, but that I would drop some wisdom or something, but I don't really have anything to say in that regard. Just, get some exercise while you can. Drink water. I don't know. I'm done. I guess I'm done. I'm done making angry dragon noises. I just want to enjoy my game again. All right, that's it. I'll see everyone later.